It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful. I should not sing. I should not be allowed to sing. And certainly not on YouTube where it can be shared and spread. Point of this video is that I almost didn't have a video for today. It's been a week. It's been a week. If you've had one of those, you know what I'm talking about, where it's just one thing after another, nothing is on track, you're behind on everything. Well, I didn't have a video for today, and I was just going to post on the community page, hey, sorry, it didn't get done this week, I'll see you next week. But I decided to film that instead. That I focused all week on what matters most, which is taking care of the kids, being a homemaker, a wife, and a mother, first and foremost in my life. My daughter is in there inventing a banana peeling machine. She's sketching it out, and she has my bananas there for her test. I don't know where she's going to get robot arms as per her sketch, but she is designing something to peel bananas for her, and I can't decide if she's spoiled or genius. But anyway, she's doing that, and the boys are playing Prodigy Math on the computer this morning. And that's the kind of vibe we have in the house right now. It's loud, it's messy, and so I'm sitting out here. All week long, I could not find the time to shoot a video for today. I had one that I had planned, and it just didn't happen. And I realized that that was the video. That prioritizing what matters most is a choice all week long. And in order to do that, I have to say no to other things. And I wanted to talk about that over the last 2.5 years of minimalism and living intentionally and living simply, that choosing what matters most comes at a sacrifice of other things and things you might really love and enjoy doing, like I do on YouTube. I just didn't have the time for it this week. And I know everyone will be supportive in comments that obviously family first for everything, but I do try and I strive to be consistent and to provide content that is helpful. And on the days that I have to skip because the week is just chewed me up and spit me back out, that I don't have a video, I feel a little guilty and I feel a little behind schedule on that side of my life. And I've gained a comfort. Because in order to say yes to one thing, I have to say no to another. And that is not something I really understood before living with less, before minimalism and decluttering. That it's all a choice. I can choose to have a drawer in the kitchen filled with utensils that I can't even pull it open or find what I'm looking for. Or I can choose to have a drawer with only what I need, where I open it, I grab what I want, and I go about my baking. When it comes to the schedule, our life and our schedule, I have to say no to my arm right now. I have to say no to that arm. Switch arms. I have to say no to one thing in order to say yes to another. And this particular week, I had to declutter my schedule of the things that I normally like to do, which is video creation in the afternoons. And I spent time with the kids. It's just the way it was. Extra time with the kids. We had some longer school days. We had some sick kids. I hadn't been feeling 100%. So I guess that's the core of this video, is learning how to say no takes time, and it's hard. I'll give you a really concrete example that seemed foreign to one of my friends. It might seem a little extreme. It seemed extreme to a friend of mine. So from the middle of December all the way through February 1st, 6 weeks, we stayed home. We didn't go to activities that we had already paid for, classes for the kids and sports that we had paid for. We decided to stay home. The cases were high at that time, and we decided that staying home was going to be best for our family. My daughter and I both have asthma, and we just decided to mitigate the risk, as we have been over the last, 2 years. And so that's what we decided. And in order to do that, we had to say no to everything that we'd already paid for and decided and scheduled. We did church online every Sunday. The boys were able to switch to online karate, which we did. And the gymnastics and the swim, we just didn't go. We paid for our spot so we could continue to have it, which was a sacrifice we chose to make financially. So the kids didn't lose their spots because they are on wait list for those classes in this area. And I let them know, we aren't coming, but I paid to save my spot. We aren't coming right now. Here's why. We will be back February 1st. I agree that I have paid to save my spot. And the managers at both of those organizations understood that, accepted it, kept our spot. So when we showed up in February, we were good to go. And we buckled down and stayed home. It's just what we decided to do. We had to say no, and it was hard. But we got through it, and we were grateful for it on this side of it. And learning how to say no is a discomfort. It's not something it's something I think you figure out how to do over time. You get a little more comfortable saying no to things and viewing it as saying yes in an effort to prioritize what matters most to you. And for us, the health and safety of our family mattered most during that time. It was also a great time to do it because it's holidays, things are a little bit slower. The world uses the new year to sort of re-blossom. And so we just stayed home for 6 weeks, and it was actually kind of nice. We got in a little pajama habit, but that's okay. We're homeschoolers. You have pajama habits. And in the mornings, if I get up till about 8 a.m. is my work bubble. And then from 8 all the way until about 2 o'clock is for the kids. School, play, whatever. Me, dedicated to them. My phone is put away. And then in the afternoons, if I have the time, or it works out, like this week it didn't work out, I pick up my camera, my phone, and film videos. Or I write blog content on my website. Those are protected bubbles and of time, and no longer allow things to disrupt that bubble, because it is what matters most during that time. And that's how I prioritize it, which means I'm saying no to everything else. I'm saying no to working for myself. I'm saying no to anything that competes with that time. Have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment about this, about decluttering your schedule and prioritizing what matters most. How do you do it?